Hi, yes, people. Welcome to the Real Talk Football TV podcast, Premier League debate show / prediction show. This weekend, we've got 1906, Tobias, myself, Shaq. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the thing. All right, let's go straight into it. The predictions. So every week, guys, if you're new, we do the predictions. Just do the complete opposite to what we do because we never get it right. When we do the predictions, we got.
Speak for yourself, bro. Speak for yourself.
It's true. It's true.
I know. Just do the complete opposite what I do. But yeah, we do. We do the predictions. So each week we predict what the score is going to be. You get 3 points for the correct result, correct score, and you get 1 point for the correct result. Tobias is in the lead with 6. 1906 and Frenchy on 5. I'm holding that relegation with 4, but there's still 7 games left. Yeah, let's go straight into it. We're going to do Man United, Arsenal, because that's the build-up we're going to do after. So we're just going to go straight into the next game, which would be Leicester versus Aston Villa. 1906, Leicester versus Aston Villa.
I'm thinking Aston Villa, they're on a free fall at the moment. So I'm looking at 2-0 Leicester.
You know what, yeah. I hate when 1906 does his revision and he brings out the paper because this is what making really struggled before.
2-0 Leicester, you going for 1906, yeah?
2-0 Leicester, I'm thinking they ain't ready for. I'm thinking, yeah, Villa, they're all over the place at the moment. So I think we should roll Coutinho off them. But yeah, I'm going 2-0. I'll say 2-0.
All right, Tobias, what are you going for? Leicester, Aston Villa. It's at
3-2 Leicester.
3-2, high-scoring game. 2 terrible sides, to be fair. Not even terrible, hot and cold sides. You just don't know what you can get from. But I'm the same with 1906. I've gone for 2-0 Leicester. I think Leicester will win. Aston Villa, you just don't know. They're a weird side. They've got goals in them, but you just don't know what you're going to get from them, to be fair. But I'm going to go for 2-0.
I thought Gerrard was better than that, though. I'm not going to lie.
I think you can't. I think, you know what? I think he's on slight under pressure, but until next season, we'll see if he's about that life or not. I know he's not ready for Liverpool. That he should even he needs another 10 years in the job for him to be looking at that Liverpool job.
Give him a couple of seasons.
Couple? Not for Liverpool. You want us to be like Chelsea with Lampard? No chance. 10 years he needs. He needs another club after Aston Villa.
Let Klopp just stack them up. Do you know what I mean? Get the players in and then hand over smoothly. Just keep the same flow.
You want us to be Man United?
Trying to rush him there too early, isn't it?
No one.
If you rush him there too early, there's not going to be no longevity there, man.
We've 1906. We've done this before.
Rooney's the same, isn't it? They're too young, man.
They're not ready. They're not ready. We done the same thing 1906 with Roy Evans, Souness. What happened? We've never recovered. Absolutely, we haven't recovered. We've just recovered now at the top. I do not want to see Gerrard nowhere near the Liverpool first team. But yeah, I've gone for 2-0 Leicester. All right, Man City, Watford. Tobias?
4-0.
I was going to say, can you count that high?
4-0. Yeah. 4-0. 4-0 Watford, yeah?
Yeah.
4-0.
I'm going to go 3-0. City.
God, you got the same results as me. Flipping out. I had to change mine.
You're just copying me because you.
No, I'm not. I've wrote them down before. Look, I've pre-recorded them already. They're done already.
Not having it.
I've gone 3-0. I'm praying it's a draw, but Watford are terrible. This could be a cricket. This could be anything. It depends what Man City want, because Man City got a big game, Champions League against Real Madrid, so they might rotate, but I can still see them smashing.
Is Walker back? Is Walker? I know De Bruyne's back.
No, he's injured. He's in a protective. He's got a protective boot over him. I think his ankle's bad. To be fair, that's a big miss, massive miss.
It is
a massive miss. He's the key at the back for them. They got no pace at the back. He stops counter attacks, and they will need that against Real Madrid with Vinicius Junior. I don't really rate him, to be fair, but he's got a bag of pace. So they're going to miss
You know
that.
what? You know what? Just because Walker's out, can I change that to 3-1?
All right, 3-1, yeah. I've gone 3-0. Norwich, Newcastle. I'm going to go first this time. I've got away win. I've gone away with Newcastle. I think they're up in there. I think they've got 40 points. So they're going to play freedom. Norwich are terrible. I've been saying it for ages. One of the worst teams in Premier League history, in my opinion. So I'm going for 2-1. 906?
I've gone for 3-1.
Newcastle, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, 3-1 Newcastle. Tobias?
Norwich are that team, isn't it? Every time I go against them, they
win.
That odd result. And St. Max Powers might be gone. He's been banned from wearing the Louis headband.
Has he? Yeah. Samson, yeah. Oh, mate.
I'll go 2-0 Newcastle.
All right, 2-0.
Nah, you know what? Pookie's a jar. No,
He'll nick a goal, you know. He's got a goal in him.
2, I'm going same as you.
2-1.
Pookie's a jar.
Man, thing is, at the start of the season, I remember you two hyping Pookie, you know.
I was never hyping Pookie.
You two was hyping Pookie. You were like, no,
goals, man.
It's a different.
Pookie scores goals, man.
You know what? Pookie's that guy. Is that Championship? He scores a ton of goals. The second he comes to the Prem,
he still scores enough goals. Listen.
Yeah, you know what? He scores goals. But would you ever buy him? Would any manager buy him?
Going to buy him, but as a striker, what relegation team ever has a player that scores over 10 goals, 10 Premier League goals?
Yeah, that's
very rare.
Yeah, that's enough still.
Pookie, I think he could do well at United, you know.
Yeah, good one.
Ronaldo and Pookie.
I'm not in no place to start rejecting players, but probably got more goals than Rashford.
I'll take him over Rashford, to be fair.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
How old is he? How old is Pookie?
He's 29,
40, man.
He looks about 40.
Oh, yeah, I know. But yeah, all right. Everyone's gone for 2-1. All right, Brentford.
No, OG went for 3-1, didn't he?
Yeah, 3-1.
3-1.
No, he changed 3-1. Yeah, 3-1.
Yeah.
All right, Brentford, Tottenham. Big. Tottenham need a win. To be fair, this is going to be a big game for them. I think if they win, I think they get top 4.
New lease of life.
But saying that, the two forwards up front,
a bit between his teeth.
Yeah,
I'm going to go 2-2. Tony.
2. But Tony and Abubu up front.
Yeah, the problem.
Them two are problems, you know. Them two old school two up front.
You know what? This is the stage of the season where you sort of everyone's got their positions, isn't it? So goals are you see more goals at the latter end of the season.
Yeah, because you want to get your tally up.
Yeah,
you need to get your tally up. All right, 906.
And there's no pressure in it. There's no pressure.
100%.
True.
There's none.
True.
There's none.
I'm going 2-1 Spurs.
2-1. All right. 2-1 Spurs.
Son combo.
Yeah. I've gone for 3-1. I think Spurs will beat them. I think Brentford will cause them problems. I can see a 2-2, to be fair. I can see anything because I think Brentford have got goals in them. What do you think of Ivan Toney? Yeah. I was thinking about players. No, wait. Let me think about. See, this is how you shake your head. This is that snobbery.
No, I'm not.
I'm talking about 906. That snobbery. He's just shaking his head. Man United are looking at players, yeah. And to me, if I'm looking at Man United, to me they need a spine. All right, you keep the hair. You need 2 centre halves, a couple of midfielders, and you need a focal point up front. Would Toney be a decent buy at Man United? Because it looks like Man United always buy the players who have got a big social media following and gathering. They wouldn't go for someone like Ivan Toney or Jarrett Bowen, who Liverpool would go for.
Yeah,
that type of player, or a Trossard or a Basuma at Brighton.
Trossard.
Would you? What about Tony's got 13 Premier League goals? He could get 15.
15, I think.
Yeah, he's got a lot of goals. I know he's got a few penalties.
But his penalties are unbelievable.
Yeah, he don't miss. To be fair, he don't miss penalties.
That one step
puts him on. You can't save it. You can't save it.
To be honest, if I'm gonna be honest, like Tony's worked his way up, even though he started off at Newcastle, Peterborough, then Brentford, and so he's worked his way up. And if I compare him to, because I sort of put players in sort of similarities. What's the difference between him and Calvert-Lewin? I'd take Ivan over Calvert-Lewin.
100%. 100%.
So if you're looking at Calvert-Lewin being an England international and having a 60 mil, 50 mil price tag, then if you could get Tony for a 20, 30 mil, and you was even thinking about getting Calvert, then he'd be a great alternative. If that's the type of striker you want, even though I think he can play, I think he's good. I haven't got a problem with Tony. It's just that I don't know. It's a funny
Man United fans would have a problem with Tony.
Yeah,
that's
but then
the problem.
Any fan really, apart from he's going to end up back at Newcastle. It looks like, isn't it?
Yeah, that would be.
I like his work rate. I do like his work rate and everything else.
He scores goals.
He scores goals. He can hold the ball up. Yeah. He's good in the air.
He
scores all types. He scores all types of goals.
Not jumping out at me this season.
He's been throwing out that assist.
He's got close to 15 goals. I think if he gets 15 goals again next year, then you've got to look at him and go, you know what? He maybe deserves a next step up. But it's weird. The next step up is Tottenham, Arsenal, but they won't go for him. Maybe a Newcastle or Leicester or something like that. Vardy's going, but
even a Chelsea. I mean, they want the pace, they want the energy, and all that. I think it suits.
I think Tuchel wants to get away from that traditional target man. He wants the more fluid. I don't think the Lukaku buy was his. I think that was Abramovich.
Yeah, that's shirt sales.
Yeah, I think that was Abramovich. But yeah, I'm going for 3-1. All right, Brighton, Southampton. Both teams are just weird. You just never know what you're going to get from them. It's at Brighton. Yeah. This literally could be anything.
Yeah,
I'll go first. I've gone for a draw. I just didn't know what was going to happen. I've gone for 1-1. Southampton are in 3-4. Brighton were in 3-4 and they've done a couple of results. And to be fair, against Man City, they were unlucky. After 60 minutes, after the first goal, they were comfortable. They were comfortable, and then they just after the first goal, then they had to come out, and then they just crumbled. But I'm going to go for 1-1.
They lost themselves on that one. I'm going 1-1. I'm going 2-1 Southampton.
That away one, yeah. I'm going to go 2-1 Brighton.
2-1 Brighton. That can work. You just never know. All right, next one. Chelsea, West Ham. Chelsea. If Chelsea ain't got Rudiger, they could struggle. They were terrible against Arsenal. And it was Arsenal had a few injuries. And they conceded 4. West Ham, it depends what West Ham turn up because they want the Europa League, to be fair. So will they rest players for the Europa League next week? But it could be a sticky one. But 1906, what are you going to go for?
I'm going
Chelsea
2-2.
2-2. All right, Tobias.
Chelsea need Kovacic back.
Yeah, they missed that drive. They
do. And Kovacic and Jorginho next to Kante looks a lot better.
We were talking about it. Me and Tobias were talking about 1906. Do you think Kante's slowing down?
Yes.
His real age is catching up with him.
Yes, he's 46. 46 is coming up. Normally he's like in the middle, pinging around, putting in the tackles. I'm like, where is he? Is he on the pitch? I had to look for him the other day.
Okay, does he have to think too much because he's got Loftus and whoever it be, Mount next to him?
But he's had that before. With Kante, it don't matter who's next to him.
Yeah, but then he hasn't been playing the same role, isn't it? Like
his engine's gone. It's like the price of oil's gone up, and he can't afford it. So it's like the engine's gone.
4-minute shots on Kante, yeah. Even though
I don't know. He's getting a lot more injuries. He's been stop and start for him. He'll play 6, then miss 2. But that's it could be. That's starting to look on.
2-1 Chelsea.
2-1 Chelsea. I was going 2-1 Chelsea. Then I was going 2-2, but I'm going to go a draw. I think West Ham will get something from it.
I'll tell you why. Because this is the difference in mentalities, isn't it? Like we're getting smacked up everywhere we look, and you don't really hear nothing about dressing room unrest. So after that loss against Arsenal, you're hearing these lot are ready to fight each other in the changing rooms.
Yeah.
Just even though they're not going to win the league, even though they're not going to even finish second, it's a
mentality thing.
Yeah, just don't want to lose, regardless. So yeah,
you know what it is as well with Chelsea. Chelsea are used to winning. Man United are not used to winning. You look at that squad of players. We're going to come to Man United anyway, but if you look at that squad, they're not used to winning. But let's finish off the predictions anyway. But 1-1. I've gone for 1-1. All right. Mighty Reds, Liverpool playing Everton. The way we're playing at the moment.
3-1.
You go, 1906 has gone straight into it.
I threw it straight in there, mate. Threw the grenade in the room. 3-1. Bosh.
3-1. I think the Mighty Reds, it depends. It could be any game. I'll go for Tobias. I'll go at the end. Tobias.
2-0.
Liverpool. 2-0.
Everton. Were you ain't done?
Richarlison 2, you know.
Even Arsenal, you know what? I reckon this could be a really tricky one. This could be a tricky one. This is going to be a physical one. It's going to be. Klopp's looking to survive every game with no injury and all that kind of stuff. And I reckon if they get into us and start kicking us up in the air and all them kind of things, because that's the only way they can rattle us.
Do you actually think that's going to happen, 906? They're terrible. They're worse than Man United. They're not doing anything. I can't see them
winning this, but I don't know.
Anything.
It'll be a good game.
It won't be a good game. It'll be what Liverpool make it. If Liverpool come out the traps like Man United, it could be over in the first half. If Liverpool want to take it easy, they might win 1 or 2-0. There's nothing ever.
With that back four.
What bus? How are they stopping Liverpool? They can put any bus. They can put the plane.
Put a back 8 in there.
And if you see that defense is a championship level defense. You see that defense? There's nothing Everton could do to beat Liverpool. Nothing. It's only if Liverpool with complacency. No chance. This could be anything.
Kev Keegan voice, man. I'd love it.
I love it if we beat them. We love it.
I love it, man.
No chance. The way Liverpool play, I've gone for 3-0. I'll go for 3-0. Just depends. It could be 2-0, 1-0. It all depends what.
I was going to go for 3, but
yeah, it all depends what Klopp wants to do because he's got a big game against Villarreal on Tuesday. So it all depends. You might see Origi come out from nowhere and play. Origi loves to play against Everton. He might just bang a couple, and that's his team.
Jones. He loves
Curtis Jones. Or he might play Ox. You never know.
Yeah,
Ox is behind Curtis Jones now, though.
But I'm thinking if
Ox is behind Curtis Jones,
he is. Ox is done.
I think if Alisson starts trying to do his Johan Cruyff in the middle of the pitch and all that kind of thing, it's going to be a worry.
I don't know why you're so worried. Alisson's the best keeper in the league. You see this guy. I don't even think it's close.
Sometimes he just walks off and starts chewing magic mushrooms and all them kind of things.
It's close, though. I'm not throwing Edison away. But your boy Mendy's fell off a cliff.
Yeah, he's fell off a cliff. Yeah, you be 906. You were claiming Mendy's the best by a long way.
Yeah,
I don't say a long way. I'm just saying that he's a straightforward keeper, whereas Alisson likes to do trickery, and it scares me sometimes. That's all.
Mendy's fell off a cliff, boy.
Have you seen Alisson's passing out of his hand? The way he just drills it.
The half volleys.
The half volleys and that. He's ridiculous.
He hasn't been doing it so much recently, and that's, you know what I mean? He's been whacking
someone against us, and I was just like, stop it.
All them things. I mean,
I don't know.
Just be a keeper and just pass the ball out. I don't want to see no trickery. Just give me a keeper.
What do you just want to head and kick it and catch it in that old school, yeah?
One of them, have it. One of them ones. At the box.
Oh, stop it. But yeah, I'm going 3-0. All right, let's go into the build-up. Man United, I should say Arsenal at the Emirates. So Arsenal versus Manchester United, 12:30 today. 906. Do you think it's the winner gets top 4, losers out, or we just carry on as it is because there's no consistency between 4th and 6th?
It's right to the wire. You know, I mean, it could be a win, draw, loss, whatever for these two. And I don't think that's going to decide anything at the end of the day. It's going to be right to the wire. They're going to win games. Arsenal will win. They're going to lose. Man United, they're going to lose and lose. and lose and win one. But yeah, it's going to be like that. You know what I mean? Tottenham, flaky, wavy, all that kind of thing. So no, I don't think it's going to decide anything today, really.
Tobias, what do you think? The Man United, Arsenal loser out, or we just carry on? I think Man United are out, but if you look by points, they're not. They're still in it because nobody else can win.
That's what I'm saying.
I think a draw helps no one, so don't even play for it. And it is win or bust, basically. Whoever doesn't win is probably out of the top 4 race, I'd say.
100%. Arsenal without, I know Lacazette was on the bench, or I think he might not have made it. And Keita scoring, he got released by Chelsea, and he scored.
Scored his first 2 goals.
First 2 goals. I know.
Great ever.
I know. Great finishes, but Arsenal are a weird side. I don't think they're as good as people make out to believe. I think they're better coached, but I still believe Man United on their day still have better individual players than Arsenal. But Arsenal are better coached. I look at Arsenal, I thought they were done. And to pull that Chelsea result out the bag, they've got to start off as favourites. What do you lot think?
I think they start off as favourites because they're at home. We're very similar. Plus, given the fact that Arteta has been there near 3 years.
He has. He's
been there a long time to finish consecutive 8th or 7th, whatever it was for them.
And Arsenal fans have complained about, they didn't get a striker in the transfer window, January transfer window, and Retete. But they have to remember, Arsenal fans have spent the most money this season in the Premier League. They spent over 150. They spent over 150 million. Plus, there's no European football. Them not making top 4, is that a failure for them?
I think it's a failure, again, given the fact that how long Arteta's had there now. How long does he need, if you know what I mean? Arteta reminds me of Ole in terms of... I always said that Ole will leave us in a better position than we once were. Fuck me. We were in a worse position when we come over. Absolutely terrible. It's gone to pot. But he's done the same. He spent money, 50 mil on Ben White? I'm not a big fan of Ben White.
No, he's average.
So he spent decent money.
30 million on Ramsdale.
Not a big fan of Ramsdale either.
No, he's average.
Yeah, it's just Arteta's got to know he's scored a lot quicker than Ollie and everyone else, and he's been able to just, okay, no, you're sitting out. Whereas with United, it's a case of the stars have to play. Arsenal, it's like, no, you're at, you know, I mean, he's found his feet. He has found his feet, but it's just consistency required now.
But has he found his feet? Because
I would say so. He's got style,
I believe this is the best chance Arsenal are going to get into the top 4, get Champions League, and kind of not stay ahead of Man United, but have that little gap. Because no matter what we say, we're Liverpool supporters, we don't like Man United. They're going to be back eventually. They're going to get it right. And plus, they've got the money behind them, regardless. So it's going to be a matter of time before they come back and start challenging everybody else, because they do have the financial power. So for me, Arsenal, it is paramount that they get top 4, because they don't get top 4, they'll be back.
I don't know. They should do it on paper. They should be able to do it.
I think Tottenham are best placed out of everyone. Like, they've got Son and Kane. That's the biggest difference. Like, and Kvaratskhelia and the players they brought in January. We brought no one in January. Arsenal didn't buy anyone in January. Should they have? Because they spent the most money. I hear that, but they let go of Aubameyang. How much was he on a week? And you don't want to spend and sort of not buy the right player because you're going to. So why let like Balogun or someone like that go? You've left yourself solely with 2 strikers that are out of contract at the end of the season. Very similar to Man United's position. We're playing players that are leaving, want to leave. Do you know what I mean? The differences with Man United now is that Ralph's thrown all of these under the bus. And he's basically told them,
It's quality as well. Sorry to cut you, Tobias. It's quality because he's talking the things without saying names. He's talking about this Man United team needs open heart surgery. Certain players are not working hard enough. Certain players are not good enough. So he's told Ten Hag already, you've got 6 or 7 men need to go regardless before you start.
So we know what these players are like, isn't it? So now they're playing for their future, so to speak, because Ten Hag's not defending anyone out here. The probably only couple that he's got respect for are De Gea and Ronaldo.
Yeah,
I think all the others, he's like, you man are finished. So he's letting them know that they're dead. Everyone know the next manager, so they're playing for their future now, aren't they? Because the new manager's just been identified or signed, and now it's like that semi little boost. But these players need to show something because they can't continue to play as they are and expect to be playing in that team next season.
Who was that little feral youth that came on?
Hannibal.
Fair play to Hannibal. Hannibal looked on the bench and think, these men are dead. I'm coming around and just running and kicking everybody and showing some sort of passion. Fair play to him.
Hannibal played in the African nations, man. Hannibal plays for Tunisia.
Does he? Yeah.
He played for Tunisia. That's why Mane was trying to calm him down.
Personally, I think he should be the first name on the team sheet for that.
He can play, so don't think that he just come out of nowhere. No, he's been playing international football, African nations. He's been on that bench for the longest for some reason.
Calling for the ball.
Exactly. That's the difference.
But it was like, no. We want to stick to this shape. We want to stick to this format. And they weren't giving it to him. They weren't giving it to him.
Apart from the passion he showed anyway, as 1906 said, he wanted the ball on top of it. He wasn't scared. Playing, man.
100%.
Why we putting players like Mata on? Again, Mata's leaving at the end of the season. Why are you putting him on?
Yeah.
Why are you putting Lingard on?
Yeah.
Play Hannibal.
But this is what I was saying in one of the last shows that.
No, you were saying.
No, you say play the kids, mate.
Play more kids.
No, you said play all the kids. No.
I don't know how many kids you got. But I was saying, put some of them on, put them in the window. Let's see what's coming next generation. Next generation, Man United. Let's see
all the kids, and then like, nah.
No, come on. You need some experience on the pitch. Is there any experience in Man United? I don't know.
No.
But you need some experience in the pitch. But bring some of them little feral ones on. Do you know what I mean? Them wild kids. It looked interesting. I didn't want him injuring any of our players, but he did look interesting.
But what about your starting lineup? What would you do? I think Maguire's not playing because of what happened with the death threats. But saying all that, the death threats, and no one should be getting death threats and that should be happening. Yeah. But I think Man United and I think Rangnick has done it on himself because Maguire's been playing so bad. And what just needs to happen is that you just need to drop him for a bit. But you keep on playing him. And it was showing the defensive mistakes he was doing against Liverpool. Man United played a 5 at the back. He was pressing and trying to push up the field. It's like he has no footballing intelligence whatsoever. And it feels like to me that he's just shot to bits. And Rangnick is still playing him.
I mean, for the first goal, they were all looking in Maguire's direction. All looking in his direction.
The gap was just so big.
Yeah. Head was down. What are you doing so far up there? What are you doing far up there?
And free at the back's meant to be his thing. But
he's done.
I think confidence is shot to hell. Like
he's done. He's done.
Gone.
He's done. Like they're just doing memes of him. You like the kids are talking about. You're hearing like my daughter was talking about like talking to her friends and that. And like I'm hearing her saying, "You're dead like Harry Maguire." Like I'm hearing them type of talk.
His name's
This is a cultural thing at United, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've been rewarding failure since Fergie left. Yeah. Whether it be contracts, whether it be the captain's armband, whether it be anything. These lot just get anything for nothing.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. All right. Ronaldo comes straight back into the team. Has to be.
Has to. He loves playing against Arsenal as well.
Yeah, he's got a good record.
So, yeah, if he's able to, then yeah.
Yeah, it's a madness. Yeah, but they're saying
anyone.
Yeah, they said he's back. But it's quite hilarious. But like a couple of months ago, Ronaldo was the problem. Now he's a solution because nobody else can score a goal apart from Ronaldo, which is mad. Where people were killing, it's Ronaldo's fault, it's Ronaldo's fault. The system's not working. No, he's not the problem. He's a solution, in my opinion, because he's got 15 goals now, 20 in all comps, again, at 37. This guy's a phenomenon.
In a terrible team that doesn't create chances.
None whatsoever. He's scoring hat-tricks on his own.
So, but I said it when he first came, isn't it? It's like now you've got to build the team around Ronaldo. It doesn't matter about the Fernandezes or anything else. If they don't fit the system for what you need to get Ronaldo to score goals, then he can't play. So he was a positive and a negative at the same time. But he has to play. Who else is there?
And again, it depends what Ronaldo turns up. Do you know what I mean? If it's one of those ones where he's keen and he's making up ground and everything else, or is it going to be a heads down, first goal in against him? Do you know what I mean? Is it going to be heads down and everyone on the field?
Ronaldo can only show keenness if you put the balls in the areas.
Yeah,
because that's his game now, isn't it? Like his game isn't showing keenness, running people or running down the channels. That's not his game.
No.
Like he's so hungry to score goals that if you consistently put that ball in the box, he'll score goals.
100%.
Yeah, 100%.
All right. Predictions. What happens at 12:30 this afternoon? Arsenal versus Man United. Man United still have a chance to get in top 4. They need a result massively because I was looking at their last 5 games. They've got Arsenal away, Chelsea at home, Brighton,
Brentford,
and Crystal Palace.
And Palace.
In my opinion, they only get 3 points from that, and that.
Wow!
Hey, I keep my hand on my mouth. My sweet would have popped that.
I think they get 3 points and they end up being 7th or even 8th. And the thing is, 8th spot could be a blessing in disguise. Just on the clock when we came 8th for the first season on the clock. And that's when we started to build. We had no Champions League or Europe.
You don't need Europe. United don't need Europe.
So, I probably don't want Europe because in a way that, okay, what's the point? Because you get Champions League. We're clearly not good enough for Champions League at this time. These guys will probably get bonuses in their contract for getting in the top floor. Scumbags. Don't want them to have no more money. Glazers will get the bonuses that they'll probably take dividends at the end of the season for anyway. Doesn't help us that way. And I think it's been proven prior that the United don't really do 2 seasons at the Champions League.
No, they don't.
And they will, by hook or by crook, spend
the money.
Just to ensure that they're not doing an Arsenal where they're 3-4 years out of it.
You know, the thing is as well, we touched upon it before. I think Rangnick, when he does come in, he needs to buy players in that age range between 23 and 25.
Ten Hag, you mean?
Yeah, Ten Hag. Ten Hag needs to buy that age range between 23 and 25. Don't want to go to 2019, 18. The club's too big. You need that 23 to 25-year-old range. And you need to buy players who nobody who would like were thinking about buying, but nobody buying. Like if you just look at the Premier League, someone like a Basuma, Jarrett Bowen from West Ham, that type of player where they're just young, hungry, and to play for Man United is a blessing, if you know.
Yeah.
But that's what they need to do. But I know Man United, they'll buy that fake, overpriced egotistic
t-shirt.
Yeah. Big social media following. And that will be, and that's what they'll do.
I don't understand that. I mean, I know Ten will get a good following. He'll bring in players. Players will follow him. But, it's like, as everyone's saying, it's going to take, 3 seasons, 4 seasons. If you're starting from the back, working into the midfield and then getting, and then bringing in strikers, you're looking at a bit of quality coming in. Maybe unknown quality coming in that I probably wouldn't know, players I probably wouldn't know of, and all that kind of stuff. But you're looking at 3-4 seasons to clear that rot out. So
They've just got to follow your guys' mantra, isn't it?
Yeah,
like you
100%.
said, they've got to buy the age of 23s to 25, 26s.
Yeah.
They've got to buy players with the right mentality. They've got to buy players that fit the system you're trying to buy, not start buying players just for the sake of buying players. We just buy Sancho this year, or we just buy Di Maria. We don't need all of that. It needs to be methodical. It needs to be like thought about. Like you just don't just not be signings just to hit a tick box of whether it be merchandise or whatever it is.
Yeah. I was going through one of the columns, one of the gossip columns, and teams looking at players, and who's buying who's looking at who, and everything else. And you got your Arsenals and your Man Uniteds, and they're looking at players from Torino and from Juventus and all this sort of thing. And I looked down, and it's like Liverpool. It's like, and we're looking at this 18-year-old from Dublin, and I was like, But
that's the stage that you've got to at, though, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
That's you can start bringing in these youngsters like that Carvalho from Fulham.
Yeah, that's where we are.
You need to start building for the future of what you've already got.
Yeah, 100%. So Liverpool are doing that conveyor belt where, but next minute you look at it, Elliott's 22, Curtis Jones is 24, Carvalho's 22. Then you've got your midfield three already.
They've been
in the background.
That squad environment already.
The mentality's there. So it's just literally a contingency plan. It's just literally just a conveyor belt. That's what Man United used to be under Fergie. But they've just went past that, and they will come back. I think it goes in roundabouts. I did tell Tobias 10 years minimum. He laughed at me, and it's been 10 years. So it happens. It happens. Welcome to our world. All right. Predictions. Arsenal, Man United, 1906. What do you think is going to be the score?
Arsenal, Man United. I'm thinking, hold on, because I did have it down here. And I might have to change it. I was 2-0 Arsenal.
2-0 Arsenal. All right, 2-0 Arsenal. Tobias,
Ronaldo's back, isn't he?
Yeah.
2-1. Sorry, give me 2-1 Arsenal.
2-1. All right, Tobias, a draw's nothing. Does nothing for you. You lot need to win. Are you backing your side? You backing your side?
Of course I am. What, against Arsenal of all teams as well? You're having a laugh. Fuck that, bro. Nah, defo.
You guys reverse it, yeah? 2-1. 2-1 United.
2-1.
Ronaldo and Rashford. Rashford, if Rashford come back and bags a couple.
Rashford.
I swear Arsenal was one of the first Premier League teams that Rashford scored against.
Yeah.
It was a European game.
Second game. First.
Yeah, sandwiched in between the Arsenal game.
Yeah. But it's weird. It's interesting what Ten Hag does with Rashford, but that's for another show. All right, you've gone for 2-1 Man United, 2-1 Arsenal. I've gone for 3-1 Arsenal. I think Arsenal going to give you a lot of pasting.
Absolute
I think Arsenal going to give Man United a pasting today. I think they've got young players, so they're a gas team. So I think they're going to beat Chelsea 4-2. I think they're going to rip Man United apart. I just feel, because I think Man United have to go for it. Draw does nothing for them. I think Arsenal, a draw is a bad result, but they keep going. It's another game because I expect Tottenham to get something against Brentford, but Man United have to go for it. And with that defense, I know Varane's back, but Varane will play one game and then miss the rest of the season. Pogba's out, but that could be a blessing in disguise. But I believe that.
Tobias, do you think they still play the high line, United, at the back?
Them players will play what the hell they like. They're not following no Ranić instruction, mate.
One plays a high line, one plays at the back, deep line.
One will play high, one will play a low block. You ain't got a clue what these are doing, man. They're just I'm doing this today.
I've never heard a manager say, we discussed what we were going to do on the pitch and they've done something different. Like, it was that who was in charge of that? Who was in charge of that? Said, forget what he says. Let's do it our way. Let's push up on Liverpool. of all teams.
Absolutely crazy. But yeah, 3-1, 2-1 Man United, and 2-1 Arsenal. All right, guys, that's going to be the end of the debate show. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Check us out on Monday. We'll be back on Monday. Hopefully, everybody will be back. We have the full band back. Just want to say one quick thing. Tobias, we was having a debate, me and Chris, 1906, yeah. And we're talking about world-class players quickly, yeah. He's talking about world-class players. Is Raheem Sterling world-class? Yes or no?
No.
Thank you. Is Jota world-class? Yes or no?
Absolutely not. Jesus
Thank
Christ.
you. 1906 is trying to scream to me Raheem Sterling is world-class. And Jota.
No.
I fucked with Jota, but he's not world-class yet.
Raheem Sterling, in his moment, he was world-class. Fading a bit now.
No. Is he world-class? Yes or no?
But I think,
is he world-class?
Again, Sterling can get into any team and all that. And I think you have to be world-class to be able to do that. And I think Sterling can get into any team. What do you mean whose team? Whose team couldn't he get into?
He can't get into our team.
He could get into our team.
So he's better than Diaz. I'm not even talking about Salah or Mane. He's better than Diaz.
I think he's on level past Diaz. He's done what Diaz has done already, hasn't he? Come on. He's done it.
So he's better than Mane.
If the only person he's got a debate with is Diaz, isn't he? Really?
He's done what
Diaz he's better than Jota. Don't tell me now he's better than Jota.
At the moment, but I think Jota will be better.
Don't tell me now he's better than Jota.
I'll give you that. He's done it longer. Okay.
He's done it.
Is Sterling better than Son?
Sterling better than Son, yeah.
No, you know what? Guys, that is the end of our debate show today. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. On that note, we are the Real Talk Football TV, and we are out.